See what Austin Lewis jumping into that starting spot can do for the Eagles here tonight.
Plenty of action awaits here on the final day of the Pensacola Invitational. But before we go ahead and kick things off at the Blackout, we didn't dress up in black, wearing our nice tuxedos and ties. Let's go ahead and kick it over to Caleb Osborne for the pregame ceremonies.
Eagles and Johnson University of Florida. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the four core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy tonight's competition. At this time, Campus Church Senior Pastor Dr. Jeff Redlin is going to begin today with a brief welcome followed by prayer.
Well, welcome to the Eagles Invitational, and it is our privilege to host as Campus Church, along with the Eagles basketball team, this special invitational. Let's begin tonight with a word of prayer, and then would you please remain standing for the national anthem. Let's pray. Father, thank you for the privilege of competition. Thank you for physical bodies that we can enjoy and enjoy the competition of sports. Thank you for these two teams that are represented. May they compete well. May we demonstrate a character that is consistent with the one who is our example, and that is Jesus Christ. Help the officials as they officiate, and help us as fans to enjoy a great competition tonight. These things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Tonight's sport medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Johnson University, number 0, Justin Ryder. Number 1, Corey Shelton. Number 2, Antoine Bradley. Number 12, Number 12, Matthias Burnett. And number 30, Cedric Green. Johnson is led by Coach Elliot Hernandez. And now, your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Starting tonight for the Eagles, a junior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, Christian Porter. A graduate student from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 3, Garrett Jones. A junior from Pace, Florida, number 5, Austin Lewis. A junior from Pensacola, Florida, number 34, A.J. Ward. And a senior from Detroit, Texas, number 43, Will Higdon. The Eagles are led by Coach Jason Bell with assistant coach Micah Conlon. Officiating for tonight's game are Ron Pelletier, Stephen Newhouse, and Anthony Johnson.
Thank you so much, Caleb, for those wonderful pregame ceremonies. Before we go ahead and kick things off, Brayden, let's go ahead and introduce the starting lineups for both teams. Number 1, Justin Ryder. Number 0, Justin Ryder. Number 1, Corey Shelton. Number 2, Antoine Bradley. Number 12, Matthias Bennett. and number 30, Cedric Green. And for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, the same starting lineup that we dealt with last night. Number 2, Christian Porter. Number 3, Garrett Jones. Number 5, making his second start this year, Austin Lewis. Number 34, A.J. Ward. And number 43, Will Higdon. The Eagles win the tip. Lewis, he has the ball here. Finds Jones. Ten on the shot clock. Skip over to Porter. Guarded by Bradley, nearly thrown out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. Lewis from distance takes a 3. That misses. Ends up in the hands of Higdon. He stops oddly. Bradley in transition. He scores first here for both teams. Antoine Bradley, he averages 17 points per game. 3 rebounds per contest. Jones drives inside, finds Higdon. He somehow bobbles it, but controls it near the end. He strikes first, just like the last game against Crowley's Ridge.
Starting like we did last night, Al, starting inside. I love when the Eagles play inside-out ball. That's when the highest percentage three-point shots are taken is from a kick-out. So I'm excited to see the Eagles play inside-out with Big Will Higdon tonight.
Shelton from distance. He knocks down a triple early. Corey Shelton, he's the leading scorer here for Johnson University. Jones tries to answer back. That misses front iron. Green with the strong rebound. Shelton hits to Ryder. Finds Green. Shelton wide open. Step back triple. Finds Ryder in the corner for a triple of his own. Misses. Bennett with the rebound. Burnett, my apologies. Johnson gets a second chance opportunity here. Here's Bradley. He had 19 points last night. He takes a 3 of his own. Jones with the strong rebound. Jones, Porter receives the ball deep in the corner. Lewis wide open for a 3-point shot of his own. And that's nothing but nylon. Austin Lewis, he gets the first triple here for the Eagles.
Love seeing Garrett Jones push the pace, find Christian Porter, and then find the trailing Austin Lewis for a top of the key open 3.
This score's knotted up at 5 here. Here's Shelton with the ball.
Garrett Jones with great defense, making everything difficult.
Shelton, he goes up, a lot of contact. No foul called there. How do you like that play call there, brother?
I like that call. Nothing there. The offense initiated the contact, so no call there. Big Will was able to keep his hands up, not bring him down, trying to block the shot. Smart play by him. He was in a little bit of foul trouble last night. I think Coach had a talk with him, told him to play a little smarter tonight, not go for blocks and just set himself, and we saw that right there.
Coach, he calls a quick timeout. 3 minutes in, score knotted up about 5 apiece. We'll talk some things over as well as both teams do. Welcome back, Eagle fans. We're all over after a quick 30-second timeout by Coach Bell. Coach Bell picked up his first win of the season, Braden, last night. My apologies.
No, you're good. That was a great win last night by Coach Bell and the Eagles against Crowley's Ridge Pioneers. That was a really fun game to watch. Like we talked about earlier, front court of the Eagles was extremely effective. Big Will putting up, I believe it was 14 points, and A.J. Ward, like we talked about earlier, breaking his career high with 32. Big Will looking to get something going again here tonight with the first 2 points for the Eagles as he misses a shot there. Johnson headed the other way.
Shelton, he has the ball there. Great insight. I appreciate you greatly, Braden. Called you Brandon and Motor a lot last night. My apologies.
No worries, Al. Just
Ryder.
love being here.
Dribble, pull up. That's good. That shot rattles home against Jones. Johnson takes a 2-point lead.
The old saying goes, good offense, good defense, better offense. That's what we just witnessed there. Garrett Jones, good defense.
Ryder, Bradley in transition. That's good. After the timeout, Johnson takes a quick 4-0 run. They're up by 4. Jones. Ryder guarding Ward. Gets into his hands there. Shelton in transition. Lewis with the steal.
Great hustle, transition defense by Austin Lewis to grab that steal.
Jones transition. Foul and one. Let's see that one again. Let's hopefully we can get a replay on that situation. Jones in transition, drives hard to the basket, takes the contact, foul and one. He'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
I love that take by Garrett Jones. Really getting downhill, really focus on finishing through the contact. Great finish by him. See if he can get 3 easy points here.
Jones, the transfer student from Cornell University in Iowa, played 2 years at Johnson as well. Nearly gets his own miss, but that's secured by Burnett. Antoine Bradley ball. He's guarded by Christian Porter. Bradley nearly loses the ball there, and he does. Careless mistake by the point guard. He's from Pensacola Christian, not Pensacola Christian, but the Pensacola area as well. He averages 17 a contest, had 19 against Toccoa. Also had 20 points against NAIA opponent from Georgia, Point University. Lewis receives a screen from Higdon. Here's Jones. Quick move to the basket, spin move, Jones. That gets denied. Lewis inside, tries to hand it off to Higdon. Off the foot of Burnett. My apology of Green.
Good hustle play by Will Higdon to keep his feet in bounds, throw it off the foot of Green, and Eagles only have 4 seconds left on the shot clock. See if we can get something quick here.
Lewis ball, 4 seconds to work here. They find Higdon. Porter, Lewis, quick three, fading. That nearly went in. Shelton in transition, stops on a dime for a pull-up three. Cold shot by Shelton. He actually puts a foot on the line there. But beautiful shot by him, the senior from Kentucky. Ward takes a screen, Jones drive, Higdon wide open, lot of contact, can't finish, but he's fouled.
That's a great find by Garrett Jones to a rolling Will Higdon. Will hit on the arm, unfortunately unable to finish, but puts him at the line for 2 free ones.
Will Higdon, the senior from Detroit, Texas, he had a season high last night of 14 in his first start. Went for 9 straight points in the first half of action.
It was a great game by Big Will tonight. He got an early 2 to start this game. See if he can keep racking up those points, see if he can do something special here tonight.
Higdon at the line, free throw attempt is no good. Higdon was 2 for 3 at the charity stripe last night, and he's back at the free throw line again. Fitzgerald, he'll come to the table here, as well as Brantley Koski.
In for the Eagles,
Koski, a
number
sophomore.
10, Brantley Koski, and number 20, Chandler Fitzgerald.
And Ryder will take the ball here.
Koski, a great on-ball defender. I think Coach Bell wants to put a little quicker lineup out there, see if we can get Johnson up and down the floor quick, see if we can run him out here.
Screen by McNeil, Ryder to the cup, he misses. Porter, he gets the rebound, he's off to the races here. Ward trailing, dumps it over to him, he drives baseline, and I believe he steps out of bounds there. Eagles trail by 12. Demarius McNeil also checks into the game for Burnett, the 6'7" senior, my apologies, center from Miami, Florida. Bradley, he brings the ball up the court. He's met by Porter. Screen from McNeil. He goes under it, takes a three. Bradley does, misses. Koski, he gets the board, off to the races he goes.
Smart play by Koski coming down the floor, realizing it's a 1-on-4 and decides to pull it out, see what we can get here on the offensive end.
Ward, great cut to the basket. He backs down his defender, takes a shot towards the rim, gets fouled.
Love the aggressiveness by AJ. I think that might have been the first shot attempt he's had tonight. Maybe another miss earlier in the game that I'm not remembering, but need to see him a little more aggressive after a game such as last night with 32. Needs to shoot the ball a little more often, but I like him being aggressive, putting himself at the line.
AJ being guarded majority of the time of the game by not Corey Shelton, but Justin Ryder. It seemed like they've watched some film on his game last night.
Anybody who watched that game last night knows that AJ is probably one of the best players on the Eagles team, if not the best player. So they choose to put their most solid defender on AJ, try and hold his points down to a minimum tonight. I like to see his aggressiveness, though, on that post move, trying to get inside and put the ball up.
Hebrew Amy, he checks into the game here for the Eagles as Ward knocks down 2 free throws. Shelton, he brings the ball into the half-court setting, guarded by Porter. Eagles down by 2 here. Double screen, McNeil and Ryder gets a switch off. Front iron is the 3. Bradley with a strong rebound gets fouled. He'll go to the line. That foul will go on number 3, Garrett Jones. Antoine Bradley will go to the line here to shoot 2 free throws. The 5'9" junior from Pensacola, Florida.
Eagles can't get out rebounded down there. We had 3 defensive players down around the rim. Number 2, Antoine Bradley, able to fight his way into a rebound and get a putback attempt and put himself at the line for 2 as he knocks down the first.
Antoine Bradley, a native of Pensacola, he averages 7 points per game and close to 4 assists a contest as well. Quick move there by Koski. Dribble drive to the basket. And he gets fouled before the shot.
Brantley Koski's first step is so fast that it makes his defenders have to always be playing on their toes, but he's able to kind of rock you to sleep with a couple little gentle crossovers, and then that quick first step gets him past you and puts him at the rim.
Koski makes a move towards the basket, drives inside hand for the layup, but that's no good. Shelton in transition, finds Ryder, guarded by Jones. Ryder uses the screen, and that's an illegal screen made by Amy. That'll be his first foul of the contest. Eagles will take over. Hebrew Amy, a freshman power forward from Palm Beach, Florida, studying business. Here's Porter. Finds Fitzgerald, fakes the handoff, screen from Fitzgerald. Jones goes inside, pulls up for a mid-range jump shot, uses the glass for safety. He has 4 early in this contest. Dribble handoff to Ryder. Bradley back to Ryder. Cutting Amy, doesn't get to him. Shelton, thought about a 3, finds Bradley instead. He'll pull from distance. That doesn't go in. Strong rebound by A.J. Ward. Brian Ugalde, he goes to the table. Last night, he had a really impressive game as well. 6 points and great defense. Porter, jump shot, no good. Shelton, he dribbles through 3 defenders and gets fouled. Ugalde, he will come into the game for Jones, the graduate student from Mexico. Also, number 20 for Johnson, Elijah Barnes, the freshman from Wilson, North Carolina. He had a season high of 20 points against the University of Bahamas about a couple weeks ago. Antoine to Barnes. Looks inside to the big man in the middle, quickly double teamed. Great defense by Koski to double team on McNeil.
Almost got the steal there, unfortunately, just trips and falls and lands on the out-of-bounds line. Stays with Johnson, only 16 seconds left on the shot clock. See if the Eagles can get a stop here.
Shelton for the inbound. He quickly gets one into Amy. Bradley brings the ball to the left side, receives the screen. He drives, dribble, pull up. That rims out. Amy gets a hand on it. And Fitzgerald gets deemed with a foul. Possession will stay here. Eagles only down by 2. Ugalde on ball. Shelton for the inbound.
Love the Eagles' aggressiveness on defense, holding Johnson to only 13 points in almost the first 10 minutes of this contest. But unfortunately, on the offensive end, it hasn't been working too well for us. We've only put up 11. Hopefully, we can get our offensive side of the ball a little more aggressive.
Here, pull-up jump shot. That's no good. He's been quiet early. Bradley in transition. Pull-up jump shot. That's good. Bradley, he had 8 points early. Porter, he'll try to respond with a 3 of his own. That rattles in there.
Porter for the 3.
Christian Porter, he takes his second 3 of the ball game, makes the first. Brings the game within 1. Bradley brings the ball, takes a screen from McNeil. Takes a 3, that's no good. Ends up in the hands of Ward. Koski, the point guard in this situation. Koski, great move inside. Ward, no doubt, jump shot for him. He misses. Ugalde gets a hand on it but can't come down with it. Shelton, he has the ball, finds Bradley. He tries to answer back from the miss from earlier, no good. Ugalde gets a hand on it, finds Porter. Porter, Ward together. Porter, he slows down, puts it off high on the backboard, misses, finds his own rebound. Takes a 3, fading from the sidelines, and Christian Porter gives the Eagles the lead. My apologies, that was a 2. But beautiful shot created by Christian Porter.
Love seeing Christian Porter's aggressiveness to drive the ball. Unfortunately missed it, grabbed his own rebound, backed out, had a little bit of space and pulled. He's feeling it right now.
Bradley tries to answer, that's no good. Great rebound by Koski. Porter drives, screen to Fitzgerald. He skies inside the lane, fouled, but he will go to the line.
Great screen and roll there, but between Christian Porter and Chandler Fitzgerald, great roll by Chandler, good find by Christian, puts Chandler at the line for 2 free ones.
Braden, we talked about Chandler's body yesterday. If we looked at a picture of his freshman year, look at the picture now, we will be looking at the difference between a grown man and child.
He put on about 15 pounds of muscle in the last year and a half, Al. And Chandler, like you said, looks like a whole new person. But love to see him in there, throwing his weight around, using his size and strength to body around in the paint.
And with the added muscle that he put on, now he can guard bigger guys that stand about 6'6", 6'7", as he knocks down both free throws in his first 2 points of the contest. Chance of defense resound in the room. Barnes, he receives the ball off a dribble handoff. Steps inside. No options there. Here's Shelton, guarded by Ugalde. Ugalde, he's in his grill. Great defense by Ugalde. Tries to go inside, and a double dribble.
That even got you clapping, Alan. The whole arena loves it. Brian Ugalde always comes in, makes an impact. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but boy, he can make guys make mistakes on the defensive end.
Shelton, he'll head to the bench, but I told you, Ugalde is one of the best defenders that I've ever seen.
Brian Ugalde's on-ball pressure is amazing. His ability to kind of be a pest and just keeps knocking at the ball, causes you to make dumb mistakes like Shelton just did with that double dribble. Love to see it.
Flip to Koski, drives inside, that gets blocked. Beautiful block there by number 30, Green. Ryder goes the other way, layup no good. Ward contains it.
Once again, Ugalde with great defense found a way to poke that away in transition.
Ward, dribble handoff to Porter, he'll take one from distance.
Christian Porter is unconscious right now, shooting the ball extremely well. Last night we talked about the fact he didn't shoot particularly well. He comes out hot early, gives the Eagles a 7-point lead.
And that was just a beautiful handoff. After we saw the replay right there, handoff from Ward to Christian Porter. Ward not necessarily feeling it right now, but Christian Porter certainly is.
Christian Porter shooting the ball very, very well right now. I believe that's his 3rd 3 of the game. Love to see him putting shots up early, knocking shots down.
Both the Johnson University calls a timeout. We'll step aside ourselves. One of them was a 2. My apologies for allowing you guys to get a peek of our conversation between Braden Motor and Alvin Chapman. We're here right now as the chance of defense resound in the room. Christian Porter with 7 points early in the ball game. He's stepping up big. Austin Lewis steps to the table. Austin Bradley, he drives and kicks to Barnes. Barnes, he travels before he makes a move. Eagles up by 7.
Eagles are defensively owning this game right now. That's not something we normally see or haven't seen consistently this year, so we love to see the defensive intensity here by the Pensacola Eagles.
Coach Bell going with 4 guards here on the floor right now and having Ink Higdon be the only big right now as well. What do you expect Ugalde to do in this situation?
I'm excited to see Ugalde's defense. He always finds a way to knock down some open shots. Let's see if we can get him a couple points here tonight.
No look pass to Higdon. That gets blown up. Ryder with the rebound. He takes it the other way. Here's Barnes. Barnes drives hard to the basket.
Eagles are playing very good defense right now. They're collapsing on the inside, but since we have 4 guards, we're quick enough and able to get to our closeouts.
Baseline, Bradley gets fouled.
Foul on Austin Lewis on the shot. Sends Antoine Bradley to the free throw line.
And Antoine Bradley, a speedy, quick guard here for the Johnson Suns. He averages 17 points per game. First game of the season back in Kissimmee, my apologies, had 20 points against NAIA Powerhouse Point University.
Antoine's playing pretty well right now. He's got 9 points up and put himself at the line here, trying to get himself to double digits early in this game.
Fabian De Los Rios, he also checks in the game here for the Suns. Porter with the inbound, gets it back to Lewis to Porter again. A little bit of 2-man game. Eagles up by 4. Intended target Higdon. Bit of miscommunication between the two. 9 minutes even left in this first half of action. Eagles still up big. Ryder, he brings the ball up, guarded by Koski. Doesn't take the double screen, instead isolates himself. Screen from Green, takes it to Barnes. Barnes takes a shot of his own, that's no good. Ugalde with the rebound. Koski stops on a dime, moves on Barnes, gets inside and he scores! Koski, such a quick first step, and Barnes gets past him. Corner, Ryder, thought about a 3, step back into a 3 of his own, that's no good. Porter with the rebound.
Great hustle defense, Brian Ugalde getting that close out there as Christian Porter brings it down the floor, coast to coast, finishes the easy 2.
Had Ugalde as an option, but takes it himself. Here's Barnes. And Austin kicks that ball as the Eagles are now up by, I believe, a score of 9.
After that first win last night against Crowley's Ridge, you can feel the energy in this building is higher than it normally is during the games. We love to feel this energy, love to see the Eagles playing great defense, putting points on the board.
Ugalde guarding Shelton, the leading scorer here for Johnson. He averages 19 a game. Here's Ryder, graduate of Paul VI in New Jersey. Played a couple years at Delaware State as well. Honorable mention for the South region. And a tough shot there by Shelton. He has opportunity for a 4-point play and bring this game within 5. What a tough shot there by Shelton. I believe that's not his 3rd 3 because one he had his foot on his line, but the 2nd 3 of the game.
That's 8 points for Corey Shelton as he puts himself at the line going for 9. He's shooting the ball extremely well right now as he misses that free throw.
He leaves that one at the charity stripe. My apologies. Lewis finds Ugalde, he's by himself. Picks up his dribble, finds Jones. Coach Bell calls a play here. Finds Ugalde, guarded by Shelton. Austin Lewis with 6 on the shot clock. Koski with 4, 3. Jones takes a 3 of his own, misses everything, ends up in the hands of Shelton. Shot clock violation for the Eagles.
Brian Ugalde, being a graduate senior with years of experience on the floor, telling his team to calm down and breathe.
Ryder with the ball. He finds Shelton. Shelton, corner to Rios. Ryder finds Shelton again. Illegal screen by Rios. Was kind of set up Shelton with the three-point opportunity of his own. One of the best three-point shooters on his team.
Very good three-point shooter. Like we said, he's already got 2 in this game, but Ugalde's doing a very good job on him defensively, holding him to only 9 points so far, even through a good shooting performance.
Shelton, he has 22 threes on the season, shoots at about 35%. Lewis with the ball. Jones in the corner. Gets it to Higdon. He tries to throw it up off balance and not in the right position to score here.
Good find by Garrett Jones. Higdon just unfortunately unable to finish.
Step through move by Shelton. That'll be a baseline opportunity here for the Eagles. Shelton trying to move quick, fast, in a hurry, trying to score for the Eagles. A.J. Ward, he'll check back into the game for the Eagles for Will Higdon.
A.J. on the bench for the last few minutes. We know he's tired. He played about between the 2 games, he's played between 32 and 35 minutes both games. So love to see him on the bench, getting a little bit of a breather. Eagles still with a lead. Hopefully he can come in and provide some offense.
Ryder wide open. That's no good. Koski on the move here. Brentley Koski, move inside, spin move by himself. Oh my goodness, Braden!
Brantley Koski, that was an amazing spin move. Put him in the spin cycle. Great finish at the rim. Love to see our point guard playing this way.
He just put that defender in a blender. Koski from Great Rapids, Iowa. We're hearing the sounds of defense go through the room. Ryder finds Shelton in the corner, guarded by Ugalde. Great defense by him. Shelton tries to make a move here. Beautiful defense by Ugalde. Shelton has nowhere to go, nearly throws it away. Ryder, he has the ball. 5 on the shot clock. Ryder makes a move. Sidestep 3, that's no good. Ward with the rebound.
Love to feel the energy and hear the chants of defense as the Eagles are playing amazing right now.
Ward sets up Jones. He thought about a shot, but doesn't take it. Koski playing the point guard role here for the Eagles, the shifty point guard from Iowa. A.J. Ward drives inside, a little bit of space, inside hand, that's good. He gets his first field goal. Eagles up by 10. Ryder tries to take it the other way. And he travels before he can make a move. The energy in this room is affectuous.
I know you can hear it over the commentary here. The crowd is really into it right now. Eagles with a 10-point lead. Another great stop on defense as Brian Ugalde is subbed out.
Great defense played by Brian Ugalde. A much-needed rest for him.
Colin Wilkerson checks in the game for the Pensacola Eagles as Johnson University of Florida takes a full timeout.
We're going to stay here, actually, continue talking about this game. One thing that I'm loving that the Eagles are doing is still playing well, while A.J. Ward only has 1 field goal to his name.
A.J. Ward, unfortunately, only has 3 points for us right now, but like we talked about a minute ago, Al, he was on the bench for a few minutes, getting himself a breather, getting some energy, and then right as he comes on the floor, immediately has an impact, has an assist, and then also has a drive take. Potential and 1, didn't get the call, but love to see his aggressiveness right out of that bench time.
Brantley Koski doing an amazing job coming into that backup point guard position, getting 2 quick points for the Eagles. My apologies, 2 quick field goals for the Eagles.
Christian Porter leading the Eagles with 10 points, I believe. He's shooting the ball extremely well, playing well. Brantley Koski being a great backup right now. Have him in as the 2 guard at the moment. But Eagles are playing extremely well. I love more than anything right now is Pensacola's defense. Pensacola is stopping Johnson of Florida. It's been quite a few possessions since they've scored, but we love to see the defensive intensity by the Eagles.
Alexander Gonzalez comes into the game here for the Eagles, and it seems like Johnson's trying to go with a 4-guard lineup. Koski, he brings the ball up the floor, gets a screen by Ward, goes downhill, and he scores! He's just too quick!
Brantley Koski is playing super well right now. I love how he's driving the ball. Being a point guard and not shooting the ball all the time, that's perfectly fine. Love him driving to the basket.
Ryder, he takes a move to the basket. He's wide open, blows right by Colin Wilkerson, the freshman from Illinois. Koski makes a move, spins off his man, goes to the basket, another spin move. Can he score here? He can't. This fans would have went a lecture for the sophomore from Iowa. Here's Bradley trying to make a move. That pass is too long.
Thrown into the 4th row. Love to see the defensive intensity causing some turnovers.
Porter comes into the game for Brantley Koski. Much needed rest for him because he's having a big first half today.
Brantley Koski's playing extremely well. 6 points right here, but all 6 of those points are very, very energetic points, gets the crowd into the game.
Porter, he brings the ball, guarded by Gonzalez. Lewis had an open Jones, but goes inside to Wilkerson. Lewis, he drives, spin move of his own, goes up, foul, and one for Austin Lewis, the freshman from Pensacola.
What a move by Austin Lewis. I think he saw Brantley Koski spin move and thought, hey, I can do that too, and puts his man in spin cycle, puts it in, gets himself to the free throw line for the 3 the old-fashioned way.
Austin Lewis, in his first start of the year, had 7 points and 7 rebounds. A beautiful spin move. He has 5 tonight so far. Can possibly get 6. Had a 3-pointer early in the first half from Pace, Florida. And Lewis completes the old-fashioned 3-point play. Eagles are up by 13. Gonzalez with the ball finds Ryder. Love how the Eagles are playing so well, even without West Coast transfer. Stephen Wheeler Ryder gets all the way to the cup and scores. Brings this game within 11. Here's Porter. Wilkerson tries to look for Ward, and he travels. Costly moved by the freshman here. Eagles still up by 11. And Bradley will bring the ball up the floor. Guarded by Jones. The 2 former teammates. Bradley drives. Kicks to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets all the way to the cup. Tries to find Green. Beautiful save there by Austin Lewis. Ward's going at full speed to the basket. Gets tipped from behind by Gonzalez. Ryder's trying to go the other way here. Bradley, strong move to the basket. Gets fouled by Austin Lewis. Do you like that call there, Braden?
I do, Al. Unfortunately, Austin was able to keep his hands up and not get the swinging call, but does put a little body into him, gets the blocking call, and puts Antoine Bradley at the free throw line for 2 free ones.
Great job there by Antoine Bradley to use his body in order for him to get in the mix of things. Malachi Hoare, he'll come to the bench here to come get Austin Lewis out the game.
Austin Lewis with 3 fouls, being one of your starters. You want to sit him down for probably the remainder of the first half and save him for the second half and keep him out of foul trouble.
Eagles still up big. Twan knocks down the next free throw. Antoine Bradley, my apologies. Eagles under 3 minutes and 30 seconds here. Hoare, he drives inside, uses his speed. Finds Jones, dribble, pull up, that's good! The transfer student playing against his former school, having a great day. Malachi Hoare with the near steal. Shelton finds Ryder. Ryder switched on to Garrett Jones. He calls for isolation. He receives the double screen. Shelton, 3-point tries up and it swirls out the rim. Fitzgerald, he comes back to the table. Porter, move inside, finds Hoare. Hoare, he tries a 3, and that doesn't fall. Fitzgerald, he'll come into the game here for the Eagles. And Colin Wilkerson, he'll be checked out of the game for Chandler Fitzgerald. Eagles up by as much as 11. And now we're expecting free throws for Shelton. Corey Shelton, the 6-foot guard from Williamsburg. I was about to say Pennsylvania. That's not a state. Kentucky, studying business. He averages 19 points per contest and 5 boards a game. So far averages 1 steal per contest as well. 2 blocks to his name this season. He misses the free throw here. Hoare, he drives inside, tries to skip it to Porter, but that gets turned over. Eagles still up by doubles. Antoine Bradley brings the ball into the open court.
been a while since the Eagles made a big play offensively or defensively. You'd love to see a potential steal or block here leading to some points for the Eagles.
Shelton, pump fake, jump shot, that rolls in. Beautiful shot there by Shelton. He gets to double digits with 10. Eagles need to get the ball over the court. They do find Hoare. Fitzgerald skips it over to Porter, nearly loses the ball there. And Ward was double teamed. 1 minute and 55 seconds left on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock. Porter for the inbound.
Eagles could really use a bucket here. It's been a few possessions since we were able to put something in the hole. Love to see something right here.
Jones, Hoare, 5 on the shot clock. Hoare drives inside, kicks it corner to Jones. He'll try a 3. That hits back iron. Ryder tries to move with it, but almost forgets the ball with him. A minute 30 left on the clock. Koski comes back to the table here. Eagles up by 9. Screen for Shelton. He pump fakes, steps aside for a 3, and hits the side of the backboard. Koski, he comes into the game. Fans love him, and Porter will come for the inbound here. And the referee calls for a jump ball, which was kind of interesting, because I believe Green did hit that one out.
Yeah, neither official was able to see who it went out on, so the right thing to do there is just take a jump ball, and unfortunately for the Eagles, that's Suns' possession.
1 second left. Gonzalez for a 3. That's no good. Jones, he pushes in transition. Stops on a dime, gets inside, and he gets fouled. I love how Jones, when he was getting close to the interior, paces his steps and draws the foul.
Yep, that's 4 years of experience right there, Al. He's a smart basketball player, knows his pace, knows to push the floor, but once you get close, slow it down, find that opening, try and finish, draws the foul, puts himself at the line for 2 free ones.
Jones, he has a season high of 16 points against LaGrange University. Official stops time here. Foul is on Gonzalez. Actually, my apologies, on Shelton. That's its first. Actually, that's Shelton's second. Jones misses the first free throw with a minute even left in the first half.
Eagles with a 9-point lead here. See if Jones can extend it to double digits.
He can't. Bradley with the rebound. Fitzgerald called for the over-the-back foul. Don't like to see that one.
Puts Bradley at the free throw line for 1-1, being both teams are in the bonus here in the first half.
Bradley, the native of Pensacola, he'll go to the line and try to shoot 2 free throws. The junior studying psychology, averages 17 points per contest. Knocks down the first free throw. And these free throws can be costly to bring the game close before the half is over. That next one's in, give him 13 on the contest. He leads all scorers. Koski fakes, has a ball fakes, finds Jones. Porter. 10 on the shot clock for Porter. He drives, goes baseline, gets swatted from behind by Green. Eagles with 9 seconds to work here as they only lead by 7. As they once lead by double digits. Led, my apologies. Chandler. Jones with 5 seconds. Jones inside, kicks corner to Ward. 1 second, jump shots up. That doesn't count, shot clock violation. That's the second one of the game for the Eagles.
Hey, Brantley, let's go, get up.
This possibly will be the last possession here for the Eagles. My apologies for the Suns. Bradley back for the inbound. Ryder, he has the ball, slowly brings it across half. Being guarded by Chandler. Coach Hernandez calling for an ISO for Ryder. Ryder with the ball, 10 seconds left. Ryder makes a move, tries to drive baseline, step back jumper. That's good! 1 second left. Porter tries to throw up a prayer. That doesn't have any time to go up. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the half. The Eagles once led by double digits. Now the Suns cut it to 5.
That was a good close to the first half by the Suns. Unfortunately for the Eagles, weren't able to continue those defensive stops and weren't able to put too many points back up on the board. But good, solid first half overall for the Eagles. I enjoyed watching Christian Porter shoot the ball so well, and Antoine Bradley for the Suns putting up 14 points in the first half.
That's it for the first half action. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy some promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my 3rd year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
What makes you smile? Time with people you love. Making a difference at your work or ministry. Fun memories and the little things that make your day. Going to graduate school can mean giving up those things, but it doesn't have to. With an online master's degree from Pensacola Christian College, you can reach your goals and still be there for family, work, and ministry. Of course, earning a graduate degree comes with challenges, like money and time. But with online learning, you can get a degree that's made for your schedule and budget. One that only costs a little over $10,000, with a flexible payment option too. And with online learning, you can learn anytime, anywhere, with classes that fit your schedule. Take the next step by choosing one of several master's degree programs: business administration, educational leadership, ministry, Bible exposition, and others. At Pensacola Christian College, you'll get a biblical perspective and insight from caring professionals and ministry leaders. So when you graduate, you won't have just a diploma. You'll have confidence to go further in your ministry or career, and you'll still have those memories that make you smile. It's graduate school built for real life. Graduate school built for you.
welcome back Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Mott and Braden. We just received a stat sheet a moment ago. Christian Porter, 11 points, shooting 3 for 3 from the three-point arc.
Love to see Christian shooting that well, like we talked about a little bit earlier, Al. Didn't have the best shooting night last night. Love him coming out in the first half, going 3 for 3 early. Love to see him continue being aggressive, knocking shots down, and hopefully lead the Eagles to a victory here.
Antoine Bradley, the high man for the Johnson Suns. Number 1 for Johnson, he has 14 points, shooting 3 of 10 from the field. Went to the charity stripe a number of times. What are the Eagles going to have to do to slow him down just a bit?
I loved watching Brian Ugalde in there. He guarded number 1 Corey Shelton. But I would love to see him maybe sub into the game and guard Antoine Bradley, see if he can't shut him down, keep him from scoring so much, and keep the Eagles ahead in this game.
Koski came off the bench and gave us a good 10 minutes for the Eagles basketball team. Had 3 great drives to the basket and converted on all of them.
Had 6 points in that first half, Al, which is may not seem like a lot, but like I said earlier, those are very energetic 6 points. He came in and put those buckets down, got the crowd really into the game, defensively made an impact, and had, I believe, 2 assists as well. So excited to see what he can do here as well in the second half.
AJ having a career weekend. They're in the Pensacola Invitational. The first night of the Invitational had 24. The next night had 32. So far, he has 3 points in the first half.
Well, unfortunately, when you shoot as well as AJ and score as highly as he does, other teams obviously take note of that. So I think Johnson has come out with a plan here today that Pensacola, the team, may beat us, but we're not going to let A.J. Ward beat us this game. So I do love the fact, though, that Brantley Koski, Christian Porter are stepping up and filling those shoes. But would love to see A.J. get a little bit more into the action here in the second half, see if he can't put some more points up on the board.
Garrett Jones playing against his former school for his sophomore and freshman seasons against Johnson University tonight. He had 6 points early. Are you expecting him to get hot later?
I do enjoy watching Garrett play. I do think he's going to start knocking some shots down. I know in that first half he had, if I remember right, I think he had 3 open threes and wasn't able to knock any of them down. But I'm sure once he keeps shooting and warming up to start this second half, his shots are going to start falling, and the score is going to start heading up towards the Eagles' direction.
This score was tied twice. 2 lead changes as well. The Eagles were up by as much as 13 in this ball game. Now they're only up by 5. What are they going to have to do to switch the momentum of this game and possibly be in the driver's seat?
The Eagles played really well, and when we had the high scoring lead was because of the energy from the crowd, the energy on defense that led to some great transition offense and some transition threes. So I think the Eagles need to come out here in the second half, really get the crowd into this game, really focus defensively on getting some steals, getting some turnovers, running the floor, and pushing transition offense, see if we can't get some more points up on the board and come out with our second win in a row.
If you're Coach Hernandez from the Johnson Suns, what are you telling your team to get back into this competition?
I'm telling them that we were, like you said a minute ago, Al, we were down by 13 and we clawed our way back to 5 points to end the half. I'm telling them to stay confident, keep shooting the ball, and continue the great defense that they are playing on A.J. Ward, and maybe start to focus a little bit more on Christian Porter since he's starting to knock his shots down.
Let's draw our attention to center court here as the starters for Johnson are now on the floor, as well as the starters for Pensacola Christian. Both starters are the same for this second half action. Let's make our early predictions. Who do you have winning this game, and why, and by what margin?
I think Pensacola is going to win this game. I think Pensacola is going to come out and win by, I'm going to say 4. I think they're going to go on another bit of a run here, but Johnson is an extremely talented team, so I think they may come out and challenge us a little bit, but I think in the end, Eagles are going to be able to pull this one out.
If I was to make a prediction, I got Pensacola Christian winning, but I do have Johnson coming back, making this game interesting, and possibly this contest going into overtime.
That would be a lot of fun, Al. First 3 games for me commentating, haven't gone to overtime yet. Not gonna lie, Al. I would really enjoy an overtime commentary with you.
Last year when Johnson and Pensacola played each other, it did go to overtime. Ward was held from behind. He'll drive to the basket. Porter, 3-point opportunity. That's good.
Christian Porter leaving himself right where he left off in the first half. Hits his first shot here.
He's 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. But I got this game either us winning it close or us going into overtime and winning it pretty big. Green by himself, Shelton, back door. Garrett was beat, but he misses. Shelton does. Eagles up by 8. Christian Porter brings the ball into the half-court setting. Great hesitation move. Great pass also to Higdon, but he loses it. Shelton in transition. He steps back, guarded by 2 defenders, drives hard, finds Bradley in the corner. He shoots, fires, misses.
A.J. Ward may not be scoring the ball, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty close to double-digit rebounds in this game, finding a different way to make an impact.
hard drive there by Porter. That misses everything. And an over-the-back foul called by Higdon. Johnson will take over in this scenario. They haven't scored since the half started, and we're 2 minutes in. Bradley bringing the ball up the floor. Here's Shelton. Tries to drive on Lewis. Shot up in his face, and that's nothing but nylon. He gets his first points of the half. He has 13 for the ball game, 10 at the first half. Jones goes inside, gives it off to Higdon. Beautiful passing by the Eagles.
Love to see Big Will being aggressive inside. Great feed by Garrett Jones, finding him in transition. Great run on the floor by those two.
Higdon, he has 5 on the contest. Last night he had 14 in a win against Crowley's Ridge. Shelton drives inside, alters his shot, dumps it off to Green, and they score. Tag for tag baskets for both teams here.
It's a great drive by Corey Shelton and a great find to find the rolling Matthias Burnett on the block for an easy 2.
Ward screen, Porter hits him. He'll take a 3. Can he score in this scenario? He can. Higdon with the board. He'll try to go up strong, but he's fouled.
Love seeing Big Will Higdon's aggressiveness on the offensive boards. Love to see him being the biggest guy on the floor. Got to throw your weight around, grab that ball, put it up for 2. Unfortunately, unable to knock it down, but get put at the line.
As you said, he is the biggest guy on the floor right now. Weighs about 240 pounds, stands at 6'8". This is his second trip to the line. First shot is up, and it's good. Will Higdon. Will last night went 2 for 3 from beyond the charity strike. And he misses the second free throw. Green to court, secures the rebound. Ryder, ISO, finds Shelton. Burnett with the ball, back to Ryder. 15 on the shot clock. Shelton corner, he'll take another 3-point shot contested. That misses everything. Ward with the rebound.
Like I said earlier, Al Ward with another defensive rebound. He's playing extremely well on the defensive end and on the rebounding side of the ball. Unfortunately, not getting the points to go down, though, as we see his miss there.
Gets a first step, doesn't convert on that one. Ryder gets to the basket. Shelton, strong move to the basket as well.
That's great defense by Big Will Higdon, not throwing his weight into him, getting a blocking call, and not swinging for the block.
Jones makes a move on the bigger defender, gets inside, floater. That doesn't get in. Higdon with the follow! Higdon, he has 5 points in the first half, give him 8 on the ball game.
Love to see Will Higdon's aggressiveness on the boards. He's, like we just talked about a moment ago, being the biggest guy on the floor. Got to use your size, grab those rebounds, put him back in like he just did.
Bradley, here's Green, kicks it to Shelton. Green screen, Shelton inside. Thought about a shot. Ryder, he'll take one instead. That hits the front of the iron.
3 possessions in a row with A.J. Ward coming down with a strong rebound, finding the good outlet. He's making an impact on this game, even though it may not show up in the scoring column.
Great shot by Austin Lewis. Step back 3 for him. He has 8 in his second start of this season. Austin Lewis, he averaged 11.6 points per game. Also the team leader in free throw percentage. Second team all-region last year as well, making his second start of the year. Ryder, great move to the basket, soft off the glass, and it's good.
That puts Justin Ryder at 10 points, one of the other Suns players to go into double digits.
Ryder, he has 10. Porter with the first step. Great move to the basket, and Christian Porter. He has 5 in the second, 16. My apologies. Yes, 16 on the game. Shelton, 3, open, no good. Lewis, rebound. Porter, he gets it ahead to Jones. Green gets ahead of that one.
Great look by Christian Porter, but good defense by number 30 of the Suns, Cedric Green, to jump that passing lane, get a deflection. Eagles retain possession.
Shelton and Burnett, they come out the game here. Here's Barnes and McNeil. Inside, Higdon loses the ball.
Great find by Austin Lewis. Will Higdon unable to grab the ball, put it up for 2. But love to see the aggressiveness. No, good dive by Will Higdon and a great find by Austin Lewis.
Austin Lewis, his father works on staff here along with his mother. His father works in the sport management department. And if you ever go into his office, he'll always talk about and praise the IQ of his son.
Austin does have a very high IQ. I think he may have one of the highest IQs on the floor for the Eagles. His ability to see the floor is unparalleled in my mind on the Eagles basketball team.
Ryder, step back jump shot. He tries one. That rims out. Ward with the rebound ends up in the hands of Lewis. Eagles up by 10. Here's Christian Porter. Lob to Ward. Beautiful connection between the two juniors.
Great find by Christian Porter. Great cut by A.J. Ward and a good finish at the rim.
A.J. Ward, he gets his first field goal of the half here as the Eagles lead big here by a score of 12. Here's Barnes in the corner. He tries a three. That's no good. Higdon with a great rebound. Here's Porter. Porter, he slows down the tempo. Dribble handoff to Jones. Jones gets it to Porter. Screen by Higdon. Step back three for Porter. That misses everything. Bradley finds Barnes in transition. That's good. A lot of contact. Still finishes it strong with the left hand. Austin Lewis gets it to Jones. Eagles lead by 10. Screen set up for Austin Lewis. Has the switch off he wants. Gets to the basket. Can get the spinach on that shot right there. Here's Bradley in transition. Stutter step, kicks it to the corner to Ryder. He'll take a wide open triple. That's no good. Lewis with another strong rebound.
A.J. Ward and Austin Lewis are owning the boards right now for the Eagles, grabbing everything. Big Will's really getting their offensive rebounds, but those two are really focusing on grabbing those defensive boards.
Push off on Will Higdon. Thought he was just fighting for position here. He'll come out the game, as well as Christian Porter for Brentley Koski and Chandler Fitzgerald. It's like Brentley Koski is a crowd favorite here in the Arlen R. Sports Center.
Definitely seems that way. Every time he comes to the table, the crowd erupts, and love to see him come in the game because of, like I talked about earlier, his energy on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Fans here love Brantley.
Shelton also checks into the game for Ryder. Actually, no, Ryder is in the game. My apologies. Just know Shelton is back into the game. Bradley makes a move, snakes inside, uses the screen, and he knocks that down.
It's a tough shot by Antoine Bradley. Good finish there over a tall defender, A.J. Ward closing out, and Garrett Jones sneaking in behind him.
The native from Pensacola, he has 16 tonight. Here's Jones on the left wing. Screen for Austin. Instead, they get it to Ward, and he travels. Not the play that A.J. Ward wants, but the purpose of that play was to set up an open three for Austin Lewis in the corner. Since he's such a great three-point shooter, they double, leaves Austin, not my apologies, A.J. Ward wide open with the mismatch he wanted that he just can't convert. McNeil down low, works on Fitzgerald, throws up something towards the 10, that's no good. Ward in transition, in and out move, a lot of contact, no call. Ryder in transition, Bradley to the left of him, beautiful move by him, and a blocking foul called by the official.
Tough no call on the Pensacola end. AJ trying to get a foul, didn't get it, comes to the other end, tries to take a charge. Didn't quite get set in time, and blocking foul on AJ puts number 0, Justin Ryder, at the free throw line for Johnson.
Ryder, a junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, misses the first free throw. He averages 10 points per contest as well. Brian Ugaldi, the defensive specialist, he comes into the game here. He comes in for Garrett Jones.
Press coming. Hey, press coming, press coming.
Ryder back at the free throw line. The junior from Philly misses the next one. He misses both free throws there. Koski by himself in the press, finds Lewis, quick pass to Chandler Fitzgerald. Behind the back, that gets stolen from him, can't find the ball. Here's Barnes. Barnes drives, tough layup, and it's good. Barnes with 4 points here in the second half. Eagles with 5 seconds to get it across, and they do. Koski, ball on the right wing. Lewis with the ball. Not Lewis, but Ward. That misses. Ryder, transition, back pass to Shelton. He finds Bradley. He'll take a three. That's good. That three silenced the crowd there. It's his second three of the night.
Eagles haven't scored in between probably 5 and 7 possessions here as Johnson finds a way to crawl their way back into a 3-point deficit. Eagles really need a bucket right here.
Lewis, turn-away jump shot, that's good. Actually, it's not actually. Ward tries to get the rebound, but that doesn't work. The Suns can tie it here to Wilson with the strong move to the basket, but he travels. Christian Porter, he prepares to come back into the game for Austin Lewis. Koski and Porter make up the backcourt. Chandler Fitzgerald comes out of the game as well for Jones. Porter, he brings the ball up. Here's Koski. Eagles up by 3. Jones turns, finds Ugalde in the corner. Can he get another 3 this season? No, he can't. That's back iron. Lead pass by McNeil to Ryder. He drives hard. And there is a foul on the floor on Ugalde. A game where the Eagles were leading by a deficit of 3. Now they are only down by 3. Up by 3, my apologies. Inside McNeil throws something up at the goal, but that's a foul.
It's a good baseline out of bounds play there by Johnson University, trying to get a switch, and they got the switch they wanted, putting Christian Porter on the much larger Johnson of Florida, and puts him at the free throw line for 2.
McNeil, a 50% free throw shooter, might have been a smart foul by Porter, and it was.
So far it's paid off. Let's see if he can knock down the second one here.
Rios, he comes back into the game for Antoine Bradley, giving him a quick breather. Darius McNeil back at the line, the 50% free throw shooter from Miami, Florida, misses both of them. Smart foul there by Christian Porter. Plus Porter only had 1 foul anyway, so it all worked out in the Eagles' favor. Fakes the handoff. Ward gets a switch off. Porter to Jones. Jones makes a move inside, 9 on the shot clock. Inside to Ward. Ward backs down the smaller defender. Turn, shot, foul, and 1!
A.J. Ward needed that bucket to fall. He gets the and 1, puts himself at the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3-point play on a great post move on a smaller defender.
A.J. Ward, he had 3 points in that first quarter. Gets his first field goal of the second. Free throw is up, and it's good. That pushes the Eagles' lead to 6. 10 minutes left in regulation. Ryder, he brings the ball up the floor. Double screen for Ryder. Jones is there. Beautiful defense by Ugalde on Shelton. Shelton drives baseline, leaves it off for McNeil. He throws up something at the 10, no good. Gets his own miss and scores.
That's good defense by the Eagles. Unfortunately, McNeil just big and strong, able to power his way up, grab his own miss, and put it back in for 2.
Porter, move to the basket. He takes advantage of the mismatch. Called for a screen, doesn't use it, and he scores.
Christian Porter leading the Eagles with 18 points here in this game, shooting the ball very well, driving the ball effectively. Love to see him playing aggressive here tonight.
7.5. Ryder, he drives, blocked by Koski, but he'll get called for the foul. Risky call there by the official. Brentley, do you like that one?
That's a tough call for the officials there. I wasn't super clearly visible of that play. Looked like Koski got mostly ball, but refs got a better view than I do from over here.
Yeah, of course we can say from this angle it doesn't look great, but Literally the official standing on the baseline and can see a better angle than us. Ryder, he knocks down his free throw. He has 11 on the night, the junior guard from Philadelphia. Second free throw is up, and it's good for Ryder. Coach Hernandez calls a 30-second timeout. We'll quickly step aside ourselves as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. Braden, the Suns brought this game to as close as 3. Now the deficit is 4. They're coming out in a press right now. Koski for the inbound. Porter on the right side, back to Koski. Porter, he gets it across half court. Met by 2 defenders. Here's Jones. Porter, he calls a play here. The Suns in a zone here. Jones. 4 seconds left. Step back, jump shot for Porter. That gets stuck. That would have been crazy if he hit that shot. What an unfortunate ending for him. Still having a good night, 18 points, leads all scorers.
Christian Porter's playing very, very well tonight, shooting the ball at a high efficiency. Unfortunately, with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock, forced to take a bad step-back 3, but unfortunately not able to knock it down. Officials are chatting right now because technically bricking a shot like that makes a jump ball. So fortunately, the Eagles do retain possession, even though it was on an unfortunate shot at the end of the shot clock, but because it hit the rim, makes it a jump ball. Eagles keep possession.
A blessing in disguise here for the Eagles. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Jones works inside on a taller defender. That gets rejected by McNeil. Fortunately, the Eagles still have 16 seconds left on the shot clock to operate with. Porter finds Koski. He receives the ball back, tries to drive inside. Here's Jones. Jones has the mismatch he wants. Koski makes a move on Shelton, gets past him. Shelton with the rejection. Koski receive it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Jones, nearly makes it, and Koski tips it in!
What a tip in by Brantley Koski. Love his energy and love his hustle on the offensive boards.
Ryder tries to answer back, and he does. Can you spell circus? What a shot by Ryder.
Great shot there by Ryder. Great tip in by Brantley Koski. This is a fun game to watch, Al. 4-point lead here for the Eagles with 8 minutes to play.
My prediction may be right after all. Ward drives on McNeil, gets the first step, and he scores as well.
A.J. Ward's starting to heat up here a little bit. Love to see him putting the ball in the hole.
Ward, he only had 3 at the end of the first half. Now he has 10. He's coming alive. The Eagles lead by 3.
You can feel the energy growing back in this gym again, and we love to feel that, Al.
Ryder, jumper. That misses. Ward gets the rebound over to 6'7" McNeil. Porter finds Ward. The mismatch he wants. He spins on him, gets to the basket and misses. Koski retains the board. Behind the back pass to Porter. He somehow comes up with it. Drives baseline, finds Ward. He'll take a 3-point shot of his own. Nearly makes it. Koski there for the follow!
Brantley Koski is crashing the boards right now. He now has 10 for the Eagles with 2 fantastic tip-ins on the offensive glass.
4 of those points were beautiful rebounds by him. He elevates to the sky when he gets those rebounds. Pushes the lead to 8. Here's Justin Ryder, the guard from Philly, finds Shelton. He'll take a 3 of his own, uncontested, and it's good! Ryder with a deafening 3 here. And Johnson calls a timeout, a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a break ourselves. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over, my apologies. What's an eventful matchup here on the final day of the Pensacola Invitational. Eagles up by 5, 62-57 is the score. Ward with the ball finds Jones, 10 on the shot clock. Jones, he drives baseline, strong move to the basket, and he gets fouled.
Love Garrett Jones' aggressiveness, driving to the basket, drawing that foul, putting him at the line for 2.
Jones does a great job selling that play there. And he'll go to the line and try to earn his points at the charity stripe. Jones, he averages 9 points per game here. Transfer from Cornell University in Iowa. Also playing against another school he used to go to, Johnson University, tonight, as he makes his first free throw. He pushes the lead to 6. Can possibly be 7 here, but it can't be. Justin Ryder in transition. Beautiful pass to Cedric Green. And that cuts the deficit to 4. Porter, 3, corner shot, no good. Cedric, quick pass to Gonzalez. 6 minutes left to go on the shot clock. The game clock, my apology. Gonzalez finds Shelton, 3-point opportunity for him. That misses everything. Koski gets the rebound. Koski brings the ball up floor, gets past his defender, makes the shot, but Christian Porter calls a timeout before the shot can even go in. That's unfortunate.
That's an unfortunate play there for the Eagles. Good drive by Brantley. Koski unfortunately asked for a timeout just a split second before he completes his drive.
Well, as both teams talk things over, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Otter here broadcasting live from the Pensacola Invitational. Lewis with the ball finds Jones. Lewis pump fakes. 14 on the shot clock, goes inside for Ward, works on the smaller defender, uses the glass. That falls out the rim.
Good move by A.J. Ward. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the friendly roll.
Justin Ryder. Barnes in the corner. The Suns going with 4 guards and 1 big, the big being Cedric Green, who just took the screen. Twan Bradley wide open, pump fakes, gets inside, fakes the pass as well. That falls on the top of the rim. Beautiful tap back by Green. Antoine Bradley from distance, that swirls inside. Cuts the deficit to 1.
Anton Bradley with 21 points tonight. He's shooting the ball extremely well.
Porter inside, finds Austin Lewis. Beautiful pick and pop scenario for them. And he knocks down the 3. He has 11 on the night in his second start of the season. Pushes the score to 4. Twan Bradley gets the double screen, switched off to his friend, Austin Lewis. Beautiful drive. And that is a block on Austin, my apologies, A.J. Ward.
Actually a push foul on Garrett Jones.
Well, that's fortunate because if that was on Austin Lewis, we could be in trouble here.
3 fouls on Jones here with 4.5 left in the second half.
Bradley gets it into Green. Justin Ryder with the ball on the right wing. Ryder kicks it to Barnes. Corner 3, that's no good. Shelton was the person who passed it to Barnes initially, but they missed. Jones drives baseline, pump fakes. A lot of contact there, sticks with the ball. Shelton pushes it. Shelton in transition. Step back 3 on Austin Lewis. That's no good. Cedric Green with the follow, and that's good. That brings his game within 4. Coach Hernandez calls a quick timeout with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in this ball game. As both teams talk it over, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. Cedric Green, the 6'5" forward, brought this game within 2. The Eagles now have the ball on the baseline.
Only 3:47 left in this game, Al. I'm really excited to watch these last few minutes, see if Eagles can't pull out their second win in a row and their second win in this Pensacola Invitational.
First year for the Invitational. We could walk away 2-1 after a depressing defeat against Toccoa Falls. Porter makes a move on the mismatch. Lewis drives baseline, finds Koski, he puts one up, and that falls in. Brent Lee Koski, he has 12 points coming off the bench, the speedy guard from Iowa. Ryder responds back, can't finish, follows his own miss, and Ryder is coming alive in this second half. He has 15. Brings his game within 2 again. Koski turnover by Austin Lewis. Barnes in transition. He brings it back. Play towards the goal. Foul and 1. That ties up the ball game. Barnes can take the lead if he knocks it down. He has 6 points off the bench. The freshman scored a season high of 20 against University of the Bahamas. 3 minutes even left in this ball game. And he gets Johnson University their first lead of the game. Lewis inside to Jones. Beautiful ball fake by him. Porter gets a screen from Jones. Porter has the mismatch he wants, gets by him, kicks it corner. 9 on the shot clock. Porter with the mismatch he wants as well, goes baseline, kicks it to Koski. Koski drives, up and under finish at the end of the shot clock, and he gets it to fall. Eagles now up by 1. Shelton responds back with the 3, and he's fouled. Costly fouled by Brent Lee Koski.
Fans here in the arena don't like that call, but unfortunately that was a hit on the arm on a 3-pointer. Puts Corey Shelton at the free throw line for 3.
Shelton knocks down the first free throw, ties up the ball game. If he knocks down these 2, can possibly give the Eagles the lead. He finishes the second one. Corey Shelton, the senior from Williamsburg, Kentucky. Second one is up, and that falls in there. Eagles now trail by 2. Lewis, he drives, pulls it back, finds Ward. Porter, guarded by Cedric Green. The matchup that Porter wants, finds Jones, drives inside, back to Porter. 9 on the shot clock. Porter drives, 6 on the shot clock. Porter gets inside to Koski, 3 on the shot clock. He goes up strong and gets fouled. Koski made that play happen with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Strong play by Brantley Koski. Good find Christian Porter as he cuts through the middle. And good way to draw that foul there. Put himself at the free throw line for 2. See if he can tie this game up for the Eagles at 72.
Koski, he averages 9 points per game. He can knot up this ball game if he knocks down both of them. First shot is up and it's good. He has 6 on the ball game. Brantley Koski. Koski back on the line here. Second attempt is up, and it misses. That one could be costly, as the Eagles are now down by 1. Shelton, he brings it up. Twan leaves his defender in the dust. Shelton drives baseline, and Ward gets in place for the charge.
Official saying he was in the arc on that call. Normally when an official specifies the arc means it would have been a charge, but poor foot placement put A.J. Ward in the charge arc.
If Shelton knocks these down, he could give the Johnson Suns a 3-point lead. Shelton, 50% from the field in the first half. 1-on-1 opportunity is good.
Hey, 2 up empty.
1 minute, 39 seconds left in the ball game, and the Suns go up by 3. Jones to Koski. Jones, he drives, double team quickly. He finds Koski. Here's Porter, 15 on the shot clock. Screen by Koski. Double screen for Jones. Finds Austin Lewis, 5 on the shot clock. Takes a screen, goes inside. Has to go up strong here. Blocked from behind. Beautiful defensive situation there for the Suns. Great help side by Cedric Green. And this could be the stop that the Suns could need to win this ball game.
Suns are up by 3 at this point with a good defensive possession there, holding the Eagles, getting that shot clock violation. Johnson's ball coming out of the timeout.
Coach Bell calls a timeout in this situation. As these teams talk it over, we will as well with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Welcome back, Eagle fans all over after a timeout called by Coach Bell. Braden, you brought to my attention that the backcourt here for the Johnson Suns have majority of their points.
Yeah, the backcourt of Johnson, Florida, Justin Ryder, Corey Shelton, and Antoine Bradley have 57 points just between the 3 of them. Ryder with 15, Shelton and Bradley both splitting with 21. Their backcourt is playing extremely well right now. Love to see Brian Ugaldi subbed into the game for some defensive stops here.
Green for the inbound. Gets it to Twan Bradley. Bradley gets past Jones. Up and under layup is no good. Lewis with a strong rebound, and the possession will stay here.
Austin Lewis strongly disagreeing with that call, saying that was not off of him, that was off Johnson, but ref saw it's the other way. Johnson's ball.
Twan inbound to Green. Justin Ryder, he pulls out the defender. Bradley with the ball. Eagles down 3. Bradley can send us all home right here. Bradley picks up his dribble with 5 seconds left. Barnes inside, step side jump shot, that's no good. Cedric Green with the strong rebound. Shelton, guarded by Ugaldi. Ryder gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line here. And Ugaldi fouled Justin Ryder. That'll put him on the line. Costi, he'll head back into the game, I'm assuming here for Ugaldi. The guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's at the free throw line for a free throw attempt, and it's good.
Brantley Koske.
Justin Ryder back at the free throw line here. Takes another free throw opportunity and stretches this lead to 5. Eagles need a quick shot here in the hands of Austin Lewis. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Takes a screen, pulls one from distance. That one misses. Costa gets a hand on it and gets a foul call. 11 seconds left on the game clock. Mater, what were your opinions here?
It's a tough second half for the Eagles. Came out, played really well in the first half. Going into halftime, I believe if I remember correctly, we had a lead of 3. Come into here to this second half, played pretty well offensively and defensively. Johnson shot the ball extremely well, like we talked about their backcourt with the 2 free throws that Justin Ryder just hit. Now has 59 of their 76 points, which is that's unfortunate when a backcourt of 3 guys can put up that many points just between 3 of them.
Barnes misses the free throw. Could be helpful here for the Eagles. Another free throw attempt is up, and it's good. Puts them up by 6. Jones, the inbound. He drives inside, pulls up for 3. We need this one. Can't get it. Koski, another try. Shelton gets the rebound, and he's fouled. A game where the Eagles were up by as much as 13, now are down by 6. If the Suns can walk away with this one, they walk away from the Pensacola Invitational unbeaten. Shelton's free throw's up, and it's good. The senior from Kentucky. Another attempt is up, and that's good as well. Rolls it out. Half-court three-point shot attempt is up. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for the Pensacola Invitational. The Johnson Suns will take this one 79-71. The Johnson backcourt provided for 57 of their 79 points. My apologies, 61 of their 79 points. Braden, what a game that we just witnessed.
That was a fun game to watch, Al. Love the first half energy from the Eagles. We also had the good energy in the beginning of the second half, but for some reason, I'm not sure what happened, but it felt like in the last maybe 7 or 8 minutes of the game, Eagles came out with a little less energy and unfortunately couldn't get the stops we needed, couldn't put the ball in the hole, and came out of here with an 8-point loss to a Johnson Suns of Florida.
Braid, a range of games here for the past couple days for the Eagles in the Pensacola Invitational. But with these games happening, this is not the last time that Johnson's going to be seeing Pensacola.
No, I'm not sure what the dates are, Al, but I know we do have at least 1 or 2 more games against Johnson this year. So I'm excited to see them rematch because this was a fun game to watch. I'm excited to see what the Eagles can do in the second try against Johnson.
Our camera's right over here. We want to thank you for joining us for all these broadcasts here at the Pensacola Invitational. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Mater, and we will see you guys the next time